cried so much that soon she was tepid and forgotten. The fear said, this time I think he's gone for good. So in my mind I'm wondering, should I say this or that or not? Then suddenly the silence right when everything was quiet. I knew what was needed, just love and compassion. Fear picked up on the second ring. He mumbled before confessing he was totally besotted. The fear moaned, he's only toying with my heart. So now I'm wondering how to start to unstop a mind that's clouded. Then in the silence, right when everything was quiet, I knew what was needed, just love and compassion. Fear, binding, blinding fear. Fear no longer speaks through me. Oh no, 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 no. It's love, love right now and here, that clearly covers all I see. I see you now. I see true now. All is well. I forgot to mail the check today. Tomorrow someone's rightful pay will not be in their possession. Sometimes I feel like such a simple-minded fool. Maybe I should go back to school to pursue some safe profession. But in the silence, right here where everything is quiet, I know what is needed, just a love and compassion. It's just a love and compassion. Compassion. It's just a love and compassion. There's a man in your living room talking about what it is, what it's gonna be. Yeah. You got a man in your living room talking about what it is and what it's gonna be. gonna be. You know you can believe it, 'cause he's wearing a suit and tie on TV. There's a woman in your bathroom, got something to help you better. Oh yeah. She's right there in the bathroom. She wrote a prescription that will help you feel better. You know you can trust her, 'cause her name is followed by so many letters. So many letters. You have got the power to deny every bald faced lie sneaking up on you. Have got the right to decide now the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth can do for you. Can free your mind. Speak a word, light it up and watch it burn. You can, you can, you can. Hey, hey, hey. There's a man on your laptop offering you the keys to success. A man on your laptop offering you the keys to success. And for just $19.99 a month, he'll throw the dough and all the rest. Automatic debit, baby. You have got the power to deny every bald-faced lie sneaking up on you. Got the right to decide now the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to do for you. Free your mind, yeah. Speak your word, light it up and watch it burn. You can, you can, you can, get your game, power is in your hand. Yeah. You know this world can be so rough. Got you looking at your stuff, thinking you ain't got enough to be happy. You don't have to let it get you down. You can go with it and come around. Yeah, the world can give it and the world can take it away. Can't take it away, no, no, no. Got a friend on your telephone. Have you heard the latest about Lucy? Your best friend's on the telephone. Have you heard the latest about Lucy? Now you know you should just hang on. Ooh, but it's just too juicy. You have got the power to deny every bald-faced lie sneaking up on you. Have got the right to decide now the truth, the truth, and nothing but the truth to do. Speak your word, light it up and watch it burn. You can, you can, you can. Hey, hey, the power is right in your very hand. I know that you understand. Yeah. Thank you, man. Maybe I will. Hallelujah. One lovely lady laughing. So way down, way underground. Oh, Lord, will take you where the vibe is higher. Here we go. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome. It is High Vibe Saturday Night with your boy Ray Davis. Okay, I'm not really. What do you mean? No, what? What do you mean? Am I on? Okay. Lori's over here tonight. Say everybody say hi, Lori. Hi. She's helping us out with a very, very important function, which is paying attention to what y'all doing. So welcome again, High Vibe Saturday Night with Ray Davis. I'm so grateful that you are here. This is the show for evolutionary revolutionaries just like you. What is the evolution revolution? Well, I'm so glad that you asked. Evolution revolution is a movement of one, or a moo. A moo where we are all each independently but cooperatively participating in the next stage of our own evolution, helping to bring light into this planet, bring light into humanity, bring light to everybody, this particular corner of the cosmos. Oh, yeah, this is the most important thing. As a matter of fact, I like to say that the only solution is an evolution revolution. Think about that. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. So I'm Ray Davis. We're coming to you live from the entertainment capital of the United States, Los Angeles, California. You can't find that on the map, but I'm telling you, that's what it is. This is the entertainment capital of the U.S., and I'm so glad to be with you this evening. Lori's here, as I said, helping us out. That is my baby. And tonight we're introducing a new theme. Welcome July. Welcome July. The theme for this month is love. Love. Like the opening song says, it's gotta be love. We're talking about love this month and all of its amazing facets, all of its wonderful things. And so this is again celebrating, promoting the idea, trying to spark an evolution revolution. It's something we all have to participate in individually. The human race is going there eventually. I mean, it might take tens of thousands of years for us to really do it, but we can choose to do it in every moment. I like to say moment by moment, breath by breath, I choose. Choose the highest vision for your life, which brings us into what is high vibe music. High vibe music is music that celebrates the highest aspects of all living, the highest aspects of individuals, of our group collective, of life in general, and our relationships, not downplaying the things that are tough, challenging, dark side of life, because that's part of it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So anyway, we're celebrating high vibe music, and we have a very special high vibe guest tonight. But before we get started, I want to celebrate a high vibe entrepreneur, Ms. Gwen Keneally, and Back to the Kitchen. She is a wonderful chef and our first sponsor. Yay! Actually, Gwen's going to be getting a little bit more active with the show in a little while. You will see we got some stuff coming up. You're seeing some of it today, but little bissel here, little bissel there. Ouch, that might have hurt. Okay, so thank you, Gwen, for sponsoring the show, and we look forward to having some of your delicious vittles sometime soon. And so, not vittles. No, not vittles. Delicious vittles. Okay, so I want to start off tonight with a song about love, and this is about a very precious and special kind of love to me. This song is celebrating love of the Shekhinah, which in mystical Judaism or Kabbalah is referred to as the feminine aspect of the living one, the feminine aspect of God, if you will, the feminine presence. Feminine because it is nurturing, because it is cultivating. It's all of those things. So this song is called My One. I'm going to move this just a bit. There we go. From the fading light of the evening to the growing glow of our day, I am perfectly held in your hands, my one. And as the sun ascends to its glory, and in beauty gives its rays, I stay surrounded. For in you I live, move, have my being. Do I love you, my one I do? There is one to love but you. There is nothing that can undo my love for you, my one. If I feel afraid for my future, or believe that no one really cares, still I'm perfectly, perfectly held in your hands, my one, my one. So whether I ascend in bright ecstasy or fall in dark despair, I'm there surrounded. For there's nowhere where love can't find me. Do I love you, my one I do? There is none to love but you. There is nothing that can undo my love for you, my one, my one. Baruch atah Adonai, my one. Blessed are you, O living one, my one. There is nothing else to love from below to above, my one. Hear all of creation sing to my love, my Do I love you, my one I do? There is none to love but you. There is nothing that can undo my love for you, my one, my one, my one, my one. That's that one. I surprised myself in that song a little bit. There are a couple things different, but they're always different. Okay, so that is my one. And we have a very, very special guest this evening. Brother Jami Lula is with us, and we'll get to Jami very, very soon. He's waiting in our virtual green room even as I speak. Lori, do we have who's visiting with us this evening?
Well, we have Gordon. Impressed? Gordon.
Gordon's here.
Doug LeBeau.
Hey, Doug, what's happening?
Brian.
Heidi and Brian, let me give proper greetings. First of all, Gordon Wimpress. Man, where are you, Gordon? You're no longer in California. I know he's someplace where it's green. I forget where you are now, but I know he's still playing, and I love that. And Doug LeBeau out there in Michigan. So glad to see you with us, Doug. Doug is actually partially responsible for the fact that we are meeting here in the particular way that we are. There's a lot going on with my fingers today. Okay, and so who else did you say there?
Wendy's here.
Wendy Vidalich is here. Welcome, Wendy. Good to see you, Wendy. Thank you for joining us. Brian and Heidi, yay! So, and Lynn Beal is here. Yes, thank you, Lynn, for showing up. Thank you, Heidi and Brian. And did I miss somebody? Debbie. Oh, Debbie Abadi. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Good to see you.
And Phil.
Yeah, Debbie and Janine and Phil are here. Thank you for being here tonight.
Susan Turner.
Yes, Matt Turner. Okay, Matt and I go way, way back to Loma Linda, California. He's a wonderful. So I don't know. Well, I know you wrote some stuff with your son, Matt. You still playing, still singing. I hope to see. And I have not met your wife. Is it Kathy? Is that right? Matt and Kathy. John Silvers is here. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. What's Matt's wife, Turner? What's Matt's wife's name?
Sorry.
It's all right. I think it is Kathy. But then you said no. Okay. But you said John Silvers is here. Yay.
Susan.
Matt and Susan. Thank you. Okay, I gotta get that right.
Question you might want to get to later.
Yes. Let's go. Do you want to get the question now?
A couple of people had one just voiced it as how do you become a sponsor?
How do you become a sponsor? That's a great question. The best way is to email me. Email is a good way. And you can find me at raydavismusic at me, like me, myself, and I, me.com. raydavismusic at me.com. Just send me an email and we'll chat. raydavismusic at me.com. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so what's going on?
There's a Shireen Kurosawa.
Shireen Kurosawa?
Mm-hmm.
That name sounds familiar. I'm so glad you're here.
Vivian Boyce's foster daughter.
Oh, I know what that is. Vivian Boyce's foster daughter. Shireen, so good you're here. Thank you for being here. Of course I know you are. I know your mama. Okay, I know your mama. Yes. Let's see. Now, church, what's happening now? Oh man, this has been an amazing week. An amazing week. And it's perfect that the theme that we're coming into is love. Because if I've ever felt the love of the living one, it has been this week. This has been a trying and revelatory week. It's as though this spiritual journey has brought me to the point of being able to truly discern that back of and above, some of y'all will get this, but back of and above what I think of as myself, there is another presence. Some people call it the higher self. Some people call it super consciousness. Some people refer to it as the Holy Spirit. But there's a true high and holy angel. Yeah, it's the other way. But there is a definite something that is guiding, leading, speaking, moving, breathing through me. And it's something that is unspeakable. So it's bringing me to an understanding of what all is well really means. So I've faced some challenges this week. My wife was out of the house for 3 days. And being as I'm not exactly good in the kitchen, that's a challenge. No, I ain't playing. That's a challenge. And I'm not doing the fast food. So, but we made it through. We made it through partly by reason of one of my guests this week. So we're talking about love. We're talking about love in every. I'll explain that in a minute. We're talking about love in all of its facets. What is love exactly? Well, people think of love as just this attraction or this feeling that they get, but it's much more than that. And you are welcome, Matthew, for the shout out, because I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad you made the connection. So as I said, our guest tonight is none other than the amazing Jami Lula. And let me tell you a little bit about Jami. And I'm going to tell you more about Jami, but this is the official information about Jami. It is a rare artist that is larger than the canvas they occupy. Mm-hmm. Their mission is bigger than the stage they stand upon. Their commitment and contribution extend beyond themselves to encompass all who come into contact with them. Jami Lula is such an artist. Amen. All right, we're going to talk to Jami a little bit about where he came from, but he is from Detroit originally. Made his way to Southern California, and he taught for a while at the Musicians Institute. He was a vocal professor there. Um, Here's what I want you to know about Jamie. Lending his voice and leadership in concert to youth groups and spiritual centers throughout the nation. Throughout the nation. Jamie has been honored by LA Music's Music Awards, Best Male Vocalist, winner of the Centers for Spiritual Living Youth Champion Award, and many other musical and mission-based honors. His work with youth is legendary. I know of a few youth who have said that they experienced Jamie's leadership and passion for teaching by being involved with him at youth camps. One in particular I'm thinking of is a minister. So we have so much to talk to Jamie about. We're just going to bring him on right now. Let me see if I can work this out. I know that I can. Jamie is going to come in just a moment. And it's a here he is. Everybody, welcome Jami Lula. Jamie, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Bless your heart.
Yay.
I can actually hear myself going back too.
Oh, really? Well, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Do I need to do? Let me see if this works. That. Can you hear yourself echoing back?
Let me see. We'll see. I'll be fine. I'll disregard it. It's all good. Working out the bugs.
So glad to have you here, brother.
So good to be here, Ray. You look beautiful.
Well, look at you. Who's talking, man? You look great. And I see you're surrounded by the orange thing. So first off, man, what's up with the orange? Ever since I've known you, it's been the orange.
You know, it's a really vibrant color, but it's a color of creativity and rebirth, and I just dwell in that. It just resonates with me so much. It's such a happy color for me, and that's kind of why I lean into it. You know, we used to wear. I never actually hunted with my dad, but I had to wear all orange when I went out in the woods with him, and I ended up not going hunting with him. But we would wear that really, really vibrant orange.
Yeah.
So I don't wear that, but I just like orange, man, because it's a powerful color. It's a motivating color. It's a creative color. Like I say, rebirth. Yeah, it's a happy color.
It is a wonderful color. It is a wonderful color. Yeah. And you wear it well, my brother. As a matter of fact, Jamie gave me an orange tie that I often wear. Yeah, because I like to put on a suit every once in a while. And
you look good, man. You always look good in your suits.
So as I said before, you are my first guest on the show, and you're actually the first person I thought of. One of the reasons that I love, well, first of all, I'm going to talk just a little bit, about how I came to meet you. And I met you not directly, but by observing you as a musician. I came to the Agape International Spiritual Center, where we ended up meeting, working together. Agape International Spiritual Center in its Culver City location back in 2007. And it wasn't too much after my first couple months there that I saw you on stage singing with Tag, and then later as a solo artist. Tag was the Agape group, which is a small group of adults brought together by Ricky Byers, who was the music director at Agape at the time and choir leader. And y'all sang y'all put it down, man. Y'all was a great group.
It was an amazing group to sing with, because you had to sing. If you were like singing with Tag, you had to sing, So it was a really, I hadn't sung in a choir since I was in college. I only sang, did a semester with that, and then fronted bands and stuff, and would sing backups with people. But to sing with Tag, to sing with, with Ricky and Brenda Marie and Nikki Harris and Esther Nicholson and Carl Anderson originally was one of the founding members of Tag. It was his idea. He wanted to get together and sing the Beckwith Byers songbook. And but we ended up getting together and doing some cover music and writing some music of our own.
Man, that must have been a powerful experience with those voices you're just talking about.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Now,
you better sing up in there.
I'm going to finish this little story, but I want to key in on something that you just brought up, because the first time I heard you
was actually more ensemble kind of singing. So there was tag, but then also I heard you, because back then Agape had 3 full services at that time. And so it was my habit to come to second service when I first started coming to Agape. Second service started about 9 o'clock. But if you got there early enough, you could hear some of the musicians kind of working things through. And you were on the stage there singing, Mother, Father, God. I mean, just killing it. And I'm looking up, I'm like, man, who is this brother? And I really meant brother. Just blow it, just singing so much soul and passion and the great parts and ensemble. And man, I've just been a fanboy ever since. So
Thank you, Ray. Thank you. Feelings mutual.
Tell me a little bit about your musical background, because you said you sang a little bit in the choir in college. Where was that?
At the Macomb County Community College in Warren, Michigan, and it was a college choir, and like I say, I might have done it for a couple semesters. I never learned to read well, but I had a good ear, and we did the Foray Requiem and some other pieces of music that were really beautiful, and as a kid growing up, my mother's family were all singers, and they would sing together, and that familial harmonic. When brothers and sisters sing together, it's just like the speech patterns, that the vibrato and everything just matched. And they would sing. I remember the first time Susie came and met everybody. We're at a picnic, and they started singing together. And Susie was like, "Oh my God," my wife, and so that was like a good start. And then my sister was like the first songwriter I knew. And we used to sing together, and we'd do like, Crosby, Stills, and Nash, and Eagles, and Jesse Coulter, and Chris Christopherson, and she was like my first teacher. Like, she'd go, okay, you take the melody, I'll take the harmony, and it's like we'd do that. We'd get to the next verse. Okay, now you take the harmony, and I'll take the melody, and we'd flip. And she goes, well, that was really good. Try something else. And she just kept me jumping through hoops without even knowing what she was doing, and that was a great education initially. And then I started singing with bands in high school because Mick Jagger got all the girls, and that was Mecca growing up. It was the sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And I started singing with my first band called The Strand, and then I did musical theater in high school. Did The Music Man and Anything Goes and West Side Story and Jesus Christ Superstar and Grease and Godspell, and it was, and then I wanted to be a rock and roller, and so musical theater wasn't cool anymore, or that was my judgment. And but I missed that ensemble, I did some stuff later, just singing with people and getting turned on to musicals. It's like music is music, it's music is music. It's like when you fall in love with it, you fall in love with it. And there's certain musics that don't resonate with me so much, but as I've grown older, there's a lot of music that didn't resonate with me when I was a kid that now just like, the songwriting and stuff like that. So, yeah, it was a cool upbringing and education. And I'm pretty much self-taught. I've had a few guitar lessons, but I started playing guitar in my early 30s. And I had a guitar, and I kind of played at it and, played like about 5 chords. And I just said, I'm kind of tired of having to rely on other people to write my music. So I just picked it up and just started playing and have kind of developed, my own little niche of guitar playing.
I would say that's true. I'm okay. First of all, this is my first hearing that you picked up the guitar about 30.
Yeah.
You sound and feel so easy with it, man. So you must spend a lot of time with your guitar.
I do, and this is what I find is that, I taught at Musicians Institute for 24 years, and I don't know what it is. I was talking to Suze about it the other day. It's like, why is it that I have this fear of asking people for help? That's kind of like my Achilles heel. I worked at Musicians Institute for 24 years and never asked anybody for a guitar lesson, like, help me out, help me understand it, because my ADD and stuff, reading music was a challenge for me, and it's like it just looked like dots on the page and stuff, and I just wanted to get more of a grasp, and I just didn't. So I just kind of did it on my own. You know, I did my own thing, and I think I've developed a pretty decent sense of time and rhythm, and but my chords feel limited sometimes.
Well, okay, so I just got to jump in on that, man. I you know I'm a fan. I love your writing, and there's something about your writing and that is similar to me to Ricky Byers, which is
Thank you.
you both have surprising and good surprising harmonizations, harmonic progressions. That is, it's surprising, but it's a good surprise. You don't necessarily follow a typical pattern. Like you'll be in one key for a verse and jump to a different key for a chorus that I would never imagine, but it just works. It just works, and it's beautiful. So Jamie, do we have questions, Laurie? Is that a question? Okay. Oh, just remind everybody, if you have a question for Jamie or a question for myself, proceed it with the letter Q, and Lori will pick up on it, and she'll tell me, and then we'll address the question. So I do have a question. When did you write your first song, and do you remember what it was?
Yes, I do. It just is what it is. It was with my first band, The Strand, and we had been doing covers music. So we started when we were like 15 years old. It's my best friend in the world, Michael Van Overbeck, who I've known since first grade. He was the drummer in the band. My friend Ron Buchek, who I've known since first grade, played guitar, and then I sang. And we had been doing covers. We were doing Kiss and Peter Frampton and some Eagles and some Rolling Stones, and we decided we wanted to write. And it's like I think the first song was "I Want to Be a Star," and it was all about wanting to be a rock and roll star. And I was probably 16 or 17, and I was just distracted in school, and so I wrote. I still have some of the writings from when I was in high school, just in writing down while I was in class. And it was, I wrote a lot of bad songs to get to a good song. It took me a lot of time, but it's like that's the beauty of being that age. It's like I want to write a song. We want to write a song, and start out with a riff and just go. But yeah, I think it was called "I Want to Be a Star."
Any chance you can play a few bars of it?
Could not remember a lyric. Could not remember a chord. I wasn't playing guitar at the time either. Ron Buchek was playing guitar. So, I cannot remember. Yeah.
But you remember
it's not one of those. Yeah.
That's so cool. So, the first songs, I can remember a few of the first songs that I wrote when I was in high school also. And I wouldn't play them for my worst enemy. They just weren't cute, man.
But what were you interested in I mean, you came up in church and stuff like that. Were you interested? Were you singing about God at that time, or were you singing about girls, or what were you singing about?
Well, because if I sang about girls, I would go straight to hell. I was singing about God and about Jesus, and I thought that was the thing I was supposed to do. But I really wanted to be singing about girls because girls were on the mind 24/7.
I mean, that was the initial impetus to want to sing in the band, because it's like if you could, and this is the interesting thing, that I had an epiphany when I was down at Rhythmia last May. I used to tell girls, if you could hear me sing, then you would like me. And I remember being at Rhythmia doing the ayahuasca journey and getting that hit. It's like, I'm not my voice. I'm not my voice. It's the vehicle for me. It's a vehicle for me to express. But I've been carrying that around my whole life. If you could just hear me sing, then I would be enough. Then I would be lovable, because without my voice, I am just worthless. I'm not lovable. And it was like, wow, that was a great epiphany during that week at Rhythmia.
Man, that is brilliant. Well, since we're bringing up the voice, why don't we hear you do a little something? You got a song you can share with us?
I do, and since you're talking about love, I wanted to share this one. This is a song that I wrote it early on when Susan and I got together. And it probably came out of a meditation. Some fool's got a broken heart, wants to share it with me. I know, 'cause I've been there before. That fool's so familiar, you know I've heard those tears before. That fool looks at the mirror, begging me. Why can't I find some compassion? You know I'd find dead for you. 'Cause I wanna love me the best that I can. Find love for all of the worst I think I am. See things that you can that I think I can't. And then someday I'll give the love back to you. Well, you see me much clearer than my looking glass stare, and I'm tired of abusing my heart. Now there's something calling out to me. I want to paint pictures clear, but I'm angry and obstinate and so full of fear. Why can't I find some compassion? You know I'd find it for you. I want to love me the best that I can. Find love for all of the worst I think I am. See things that you can that I think I can't. And then someday I'll give the love back to you. I'll give the love back to you. I said, one day, maybe Tuesday, maybe one day, oh, I'm gonna change my mind. Maybe one day, I'm gonna see me the way Spirit sees me. Maybe one day, maybe today, today is the day that I'm gonna love me the best that I can. I find love for all of the worst I think I am. I see things that you can that I think I can't. And then one day I'll give the love back to you. I'll give the love back to you. I'll give the love back to you. give the love back to you.
Wow, 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 wow. Oh my God. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
So, I want to dig into that song so much. So, before you get into that, I just want to see if I can do this. Somebody put up a comment I think that's very appropriate. Come on, can you see it? Oh, you don't see it so easily. Okay. All right, this is from Wendy Vidalich. She said, it's not a question, but a comment. She said, Jamie's music helped me get through a tough time back then. Just want to thank you, Jamie.
I love Wendy.
Yes.
She looks like my wife's sister.
Yeah, it kind of
She does. They could be sisters. And now she's got a twin, but she looks like she could be my wife's sister.
And that is a high compliment because they're both beautiful women.
Yes, yes.
So I want to ask you, do you get that kind of response? I mean, do people tell you about how your music has helped them through tough times or even joyful times?
Yeah, I've definitely gotten a lot of feedback. The teens, over the years that I worked with them, I had a lot of kids that were just in really dark places, and they just talked about how the music helped them while they were going through it. They heard what I was singing about and the vulnerability. That song in particular, man, loving myself has been like one of the biggest journeys of my life. Loving myself exactly who I am, where I am, knowing that I am, yet still I get caught up in the human condition. And so loving myself, and it's like I know that for a lot of people, I know a lot of these people that are spreading hate. They're spreading hate because it's a projection because they're hating on themselves.
Yeah.
And it's like we all got to find that love from the inside out. And I think it's a lifelong journey. I think it's a lifelong journey for me, and I'm blessed that I have the wife that I have. Susie Lula is just Reverend Susie, because she reflects me back all the time, and I'm forever grateful for that.
I love how the lyrics in that song speak of both things you're talking about, loving yourself, but also in a sense, as a reflection of the love that you have for her. In other words, it seems easier to love that beloved that's outside of you and not really, take it to heart yourself.
Right.
What is it that's helped you through that to find some equilibrium with that?
Well, Susie, number one, getting to agape. There are some really pivotal points in my life. Getting sober, July 18th, God willing, I'll have 30 years of sobriety.
Yeah.
And that was like a big first step, and breaking a lot of chains in my family, because, just both sides of my family, going back just to the grandparents, the drug, alcohol, and sexual abuse kind of stuff that went on it was pretty deep. So to break those chains, and then a friend, Bill Wilson was his name, that I knew from the log cabin, that he took me on a Wednesday night about 9 months after my dad died, took me to Agape, and I heard Michael, and I'd had an epiphany early in my life, probably in the height of my drug and alcohol abuse, coming down off of something one morning, and what came through me was, God's not out there, God's within me, and we're not right and they're not wrong. And I literally looked around and thought, what the heck was that? And it wasn't until I got to Agape that I understood that download and that epiphany and that revelation and I often said this to my songwriting students. It's like, you know what? I don't throw anything away because sometimes the muse is ready and I'm not. And if I throw it away, it's gone. And it's like that was one of those things that I never threw away. It just kind of stuck with me until I got to agape, and it was like, God's not out there. God's within me, and we're not right, and they're not wrong.
Yeah.
You know, all paths lead to the same destination. So,
Yeah, it's the truth. I'm a witness to that as well. Before I started these teachings, there are a lot of song ideas or songs that I started, some I completed, that I wasn't ready for. As a matter of fact, the last thing that I'll sing tonight is one such, called "The Average Man." I was not anywhere close to ready for what that song is really talking about, but I finished
Right.
it. So yeah, and boy, that's interesting. You talked about all paths lead to, because isn't that true? But that's
yeah,
kind of the opposite of what I was taught and what I accepted growing up.
right.
In the church, that there was this one particular way, and if you didn't take that way, you were going to burn forever. You were a crispy critter forever, for eternity. Yeah,
But those weren't the teachings of Jesus. Those were the teaching of the dogma.
that's what we thought, though. That's
Yeah,
what we
exactly.
thought. We were
Yeah.
convinced that that's what Jesus was really teaching. It's
Right.
kind of, but no, it was definitely dogma. But even in there, you can find your example. There you are in the midst of alcohol, drug dependency, and this epiphany still comes through. That, if nothing else, is testament to the fact that we are really creatures of the light. We are made for the light, and we are intended.
Right.
We will come into the light. We will awaken one way or another.
Well, we're creatures of the light, yet we can't deny the shadow or the darkness because it's there. It's in the midst of that darkness, which I was in, that something was germinating. And without that darkness, that seed's doesn't germinate. Like the Bible thing, the seed's on top of the soil, the bird eats it. If it's
right.
too shallow in the soil, it burns up when it meets the light. It's got to be deep enough in the soil, in the earth, to really take root, to be able to meet the light. And it's like that's kind of where I was at.
Let's dig into this just a little bit, because this is so good. This is so very, very good, because I think in those of us who are members of a spiritual community, I think
Right.
a lot of times in spiritual communities, this idea of light and darkness is misinterpreted, and that
Yes.
for some of us, our growth is therefore suppressed unnecessarily. So light and dark are two aspects of the same thing. So you can even look at the biblical story of creation, which says, out of darkness came everything, where God says, let there be light, but it was out of darkness that light came. So without the darkness, there can be no light.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
so,
Right.
so what's been your relationship after you came to agape? What has been your relationship with the dark? How have you worked through that?
Well, just getting to the point of allowing myself to experience it, because it's like it's really easy, especially getting in the new thought, the new age. It's like, it's all good, it's all good, it's all good, that kind of thing. And it's like, you're waiting to go postal. And it's like, for me, it was just allowing. I remember one time I was living in a one-room apartment above a garage over on Stanley between Melrose and Beverly. And I would go through bouts of depression. And I think I'd gotten to agape, but something said, go sit with this. Go sit with it and just allow it to consume you. Go into it. And I went and I sat with it. And where something like that prior to that time could turn into days of darkness for me, I went and sat with it. And within 20 minutes, it was like I was on the other side of it, because I allowed myself to be with it. What was the darkness? What was coming up? The judgment, the self-judgment, the perceptions, the shame, whatever was going on, allowed me just being with it, sitting with it. Carl Rogers, I did my master's in spiritual psychology at the University of Santa Monica, and he spoke about it. It's like, I want to be able, I'll paraphrase terribly, but it's like, I want to experience all aspects of myself, the light, the dark, the murderous. It's the angry, the joyful. It's like I don't have to act on all of these, but I want to explore them to be a more whole human being. I don't have to act on them. I don't have to go kill someone. I don't have to go act out and be angry with someone, but it's like I want it to be with the feelings. I want to sit with them so I can transcend and grow, because it's not all light. It's never supposed to be all light, all good all the time. It's like, and even, that saying, it's like it's all good all the time. And it's like, can I, Susie always reminds me, it's like, can I find out what that pain, that whatever that is, what is it here to teach me?
There we go.
What are you here to convey to me? What are you here to gift me with, instead of, I don't want to feel this way because that's why I drank, and that's why I got high, and that's why I desperately tried to get laid, not very successfully. but it's like I tried to avoid myself instead of just going within it. What are you here to teach me?
Yeah.
Guide me, lead me, help me out through this.
I'm seeing a lot of amens and preaches and yes, and I'm seeing a lot of affirmative statements coming in from people. So you're speaking the language, brother. You are telling the truth, and I have experienced what you're talking about. I told you, and I want to speak about this. Wednesday night, I had the great fortune of being with Jami at his home with a group of other very talented songwriters and musicians for one of nights that Jami has started, Songwriters Circle.
Circle of Song.
Circle of Song.
I call it Circle of Song.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful, wonderful occasion. And man, I got clear in something. I mean, I had a real breakthrough in that time, because folks are just laying it out. We were just laying it out and talking about the vulnerability of it all and saying what's real, what's happening with us. And I just want to give a shout out to your amazing wife, Susie. She's a wee thing, but man, that's some power in there.
Oh yeah,
because she said a couple things like "bam." What did you say? Bam. I mean, just that's a bam of truth. You know what I'm saying? It's like a bam. And stop me there.
It was a love bam.
It was a loving love bam, the most loving. But when love hits, love can hit. See, that's the thing about love, y'all. Love is not just all peaches and cream. It's not all just hugs and kisses. Sometimes that hug and kiss comes like a bam. Which is the function of darkness. Darkness,
yes.
What you were talking about, being with it is so important, I think, what I found. It's not that yes, Laura, you're absolutely right. Once again, she's right. Being with it doesn't mean that you indulge in it.
Right.
It means being. And what I found is that when I am able to just put my thought about my situation or feeling aside and just be in the muck, I realize that I'm more than it. That there is a power and a strength within me that continues through it. So that is, I guess, what is referred to as transmuting. I am taking that and then finding the gift in it and using that to move into greater light. But again, the idea of light and darkness, it's actually spectrum. Just one in a continuous spectrum of that which we can call light. So when I say we're beings of light, we get to experience dark and light. Because I love that song of Ricky's, I am in the darkness, I am in the light. Speaking of songs, Jami, you got another one for us?
No Mud, No Lotus.
There you go.
That's right.
That's just for me is the truth. And I also think, Ray, that it's an opportunity to re-qualify the darkness, because it's like the good guys and the bad guys, the white hats, the black hats, and there's a lot of ramifications. White is pure, and we know how true that isn't, and it's requalifying the energy that the darkness is, and that the potential of it, the potential of it, of the loam, of the earth, of the germination process of what's growing. Out of the darkness came the light. It's like, okay, what was germinating in that darkness to reveal the light? So, there's just so many different ways, and there's so many different teachings. that expresses the Buddha and the Hindu, and it's like it all expresses truth, So this is something that I got to do with the Agape Choir last weekend, and I love this song. Love is my choice. Love is my decision. Ooh, I wish you peace. I wish you joy. I wish you love, 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 love. I wish you faith in yourself to reveal all that you've come here to be. Love is my choice. Love is my decision. Love is my voice. Love is my religion. Love is my religion. No. I wish you strength. I wish you courage, wish you love, 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 love. I wish you purpose to create all your dreams and co-conspire with the light of your life. Love is my choice. Love is my decision. Love is my voice. Love is my religion. Love is my religion. Oh, your answers to eternity are always deep inside you. That freedom of expression is yours to choose right now. Love is my choice. Love is my decision. Oh, love is my voice. Love is my religion. Oh, love is my choice. Love is my decision. Oh, love is my voice. Love is my religion. Love is my religion. Oh, come on, y'all. Love is my religion. Love is. Love is my religion. Love is. Love is. Love is. Love is. Love is. Love is. One more time, let me hear you sing. Love is.
Now. Yeah. I love that song. Oh my God, I love that song. I love that song. It's a good work. Okay, let's do this one more time. I've got you on the screen. I do not have me on the screen, and maybe it doesn't matter. Oh no, come on. It doesn't matter.
I can't hear you now. can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Okay, there you go. This is better. Now
There
you
you
can
are.
hear me. Okay.
Now
This is a
there
picture
you
of our first grandbaby, Isla Moon, and she is watching
Oh.
Jamie sing on her television screen. Right there. I know it's not the whole picture. I couldn't quite get it in there, but they're up in Bend, Oregon, with a mom and dad, with Rebecca and no, is the whole thing? Yeah. Rebecca and Casey Cochran. And they also have a second baby, our second grandchild, which is Kaya, Kaya Wild. So I have another picture, but I'm afraid to try and do it because I wasn't that good with the first one. Okay, let's see if we can get this properly. It's not working. Doug, you see what I mean? Every once in a while, it just.
You'll find a producer to make it
Yeah,
all happen.
we'll find that too. How are we doing on time? It is about our time anyway. Jamie, I could spend another hour talking with you about all of this, brother. It's just
Thank
been
you.
wonderful. Wonderful.
Thank you,
wonderful.
Ray. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The other night when you shared, I was deeply touched, number one. But number two, I just love you. I have such a tremendous love and respect and honor you, the musician that you are, the man that you are, the spiritual man that you are, the seeker that you are. I honor you. I honor you on all levels, and I love you, and I love your wife. I love Laurie, and I love her girls, and thank you for inviting me. I'm deeply honored to be here with you.
Well, brother, it's been our honor and our joy having you here. Okay, that's me, but now let's get you. Hey, there we go. Okay, that worked. It's been my honor that you were here. You were the one of the vocalists, one of the musicians at our wedding coming up on 7 years ago, and sang one of our all-time favorites, "Perfect." Golden, is
You're
it perfect or
perfect.
golden? You're golden. Oh, it's just
You're the
gorgeous.
light of my life. You're my love from forever.
Yes.
Now that one to me, that should be on everybody's playlist throughout the world. I'm not joking. It's that kind of a song. And it works for so many times in so many places. Y'all, do you understand what I mean by high vibe music? This is, what's that, love?
You gonna play one more?
Yeah, I can. This is what I mean by high vibe music. This is what it is. It's music that celebrates the best in life, the best of us, the best of each other, the best of the world. We don't deny the darkness. We most certainly don't do that. But we do. I love that word, Jamie. We requalify it. We requalify it. We remix it because we're magicians in that way. But the journey begins within. It begins and ends within. So instead of trying to make everyone else perfect in according to our image and likeness, it's about accepting the truth of our being. How are we doing, Lori? Any comments? Any questions that we might be missing? What's going
I
on?
think so. Krista's on.
Krista's on.
Keith Leon. Carlton.
Oh my gosh.
Tebow.
Carlton Tebow's on, and Keith Leon.
Carlton.
Carlton and Keith is a great musician too. Yeah. Oh, so grateful you guys are here. Thank you so much. Okay. So, Jamie, anything you want to tell us about? Any place people can find you and your music? Where you're going to be? You going any place tomorrow? You saying somewhere?
I am. I'm singing in North Hollywood at the North Hollywood Church of Religious Science. Mark Vieira. Sam Krieger is the music director. He's brilliant. I don't have any gigs coming up. I am going to do another Circle of Song, July 26th, Wednesday at my house. So I got limited, but it's like I make a dinner and we hang out, and it's deep. It's deep. I wanted to do it. I'm doing it for selfish reasons, for the inspiration, but it's been really great every month. We've done it for 3 months now, and it's like the conversations, the music, the sharing. It's been rich. I'm going to be at Asilomar a couple times this summer, and then Floyd and I we're going to do a tour at some point this year. I'm trying to go back to Michigan to do a tour with Floyd, but I want to go back because he can play all the hymns for my mom, my 94-year-old mom who can still sing, and I want to document her singing these hymns with someone that will play beautifully behind her. That's my goal.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Well, Jamie, I can just say, any of y'all wanna, if you have the opportunity to make it to one of the circles of song, Jamie can cook, and he saved my tuchus Wednesday night. I was a hungry child, and he fed me,
Yeah.
and I got to
Yeah.
bring some
And you
home.
got leftovers.
I got
You got-
leftovers. Hallelujah. So thank
yeah.
you, Jamie. Thank you again, brother. I love you, bottom of my
I
heart.
love you too.
So grateful you
Hey,
were
have a
here.
good time with my wife tomorrow.
Yes, I will. I intend to. I'm going to be at Agape International Spiritual Center. I get to be the musical inspiration, and none other but the Right Reverend Susie Lula gets to be the speaker tomorrow. So we're going to be working together. All
Great
right.
talk, great music.
Thank you
I
so
love you,
much,
brother.
Jamie. Love you, brother.
Peace and blessings.
Peace.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. That was Jamie Lula. So I'm so grateful for that. You got time for one more song? Will that work? All right. Okay, I'm going to. This is one of those songs that I wasn't ready for when I wrote it. And it's very simple. What if I was born for greatness? What if I am really more than I think I am? He always thought he was an average man, average face and average hands, average feet, that's where on the middle chair. Satisfied with his amount of success, much as any average man could expect, until the day he was beset by his greatest fear. It all started with a feeling so intense that time and space stood still. He said, what if I was born for greatness? What if I am really more than I think I am? What if mediocrity was never in the stars for me? And miracles and wonders was the plan for the average man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. For the average man. All his life he said he'd find the nerve to stretch and reach beyond the bell curve, but never did for fear of drawing back an empty hand. He said, what's an average man to do? Slow to the time and all the same thing through. Maybe I should just stick to what I understand, yeah. But he couldn't shake that feeling. A feeling so immense it filled the whole blue sky. He said, what if I was born for greatness? What if I am really more than I think I am? What if mediocrity was never in the stars for me? And miracles and wonders was the plan for the average man. Yeah, yeah, for the average man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sing na 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 na. Yeah, sing na 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 na. All right, thank you, everybody. So grateful you were here with us on High Vibe Saturday Night with Ray Davis. I trust you were lifted. If anything like me, you're gonna have a very good evening and weekend, and So before you go, a couple things. Um, please do hit the subscribe button if you're there on YouTube, if you're visiting with us on YouTube. And even if you aren't, if you're on Facebook, scoot on over to YouTube after this and hit the subscribe button. It is actually a very, very important thing for us for the sustainability of this broadcast. We really appreciate those of you who have done so already. And tell a friend. Let them know what's going on Saturday night. This is our new light on Saturday night. A new light on Saturday night. And then, oh, Janet Dion is on?
Yes,
And Angie, which Angie?
Angie Hughes.
Oh, Angie Hughes and Janet.
Joyce Johnson.
Joyce Johnson. Yes, I know Joyce. Joyce, good to see you. Good. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Tomorrow, as I said, I get to be at the Agape International Spiritual Center. And the good Right Reverend Susie Lula will be speaking. I know her topic. You're going to want to catch this one. It's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful talk. And I'm debuting with the band a new song. I sang a bit of it last week, the one, The Road to Heaven. Many are called, but few to choose. Oh, that's going to be fun. With the band, got Cal Bennett on the saxophone with us, and we got John Hart on the bass. We got David. Who? Oh, I thought you said, okay, David Neal on guitar, and we've got Rayford Griffin on drums, and we have Mitch Foreman on the piano. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Beautiful music. So I invite you to come out. And in a couple weeks, we're going to have a very special guest on the 15th. I won't tell you who it is quite yet because she might get too scared and not show up. But I guarantee you, it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful time. Special guest on the 15th. And we have a guest in mind for next week, but we got to get confirmation, so I can't say the name until then. So stay tuned. If you want to, check, connect with us on Facebook at High Vibe, Ray Davis Music, High Vibe Records. That's on Facebook. And then on our YouTube page, YouTube.com/The Ray Davis. Again, subscribe, be very, very helpful. And yes, and we're definitely looking for conscious corporations, conscious business owners, those who are in the high business of high vibe and the evolution revolution. Yes. So contact me at Ray Davis Music at me, like me, myself, and I.com. All right, everybody. Two more highs. We have highs.
Miriam Green and Bill Robertson.
Who's it? Bill Robertson?
And Miriam Green.
And Miriam Green. Miriam Green. Oh, wonderful. I'm just happy. Thank you, Bill Robinson, for joining us as well. Thank you so much, everybody. I really, really appreciate everyone being here. And tell a friend. We'll see you on next week. Thank you for joining us for High Vibe Music with Ray Davis. We'll see you on next Saturday. Did I get it? All right. Oh, we did that already, Ray. Okay. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye, everybody.